Всем привет, всем добрый вечер. Грёбаная игра, которая не дает мне покоя. Я пройду ее во что бы то ни стало. Ну, как бы, что поделать. А пройти хочется. Так, всем привет. Всем еще раз привет. Всем твою дивизию привет. Сейчас телефон стоять. Да, телефон, да. Итак, мы продолжаем проходить этого гребаного, но черт побери, привлекающего вампира. Я просто хочу пройти игру ради... У меня интерес. У меня реально лежит интерес. Чем же все закончится? Увидим мы нашего чувака, который нас обратил. Я уже злюсь. И обижаюсь. А чё поделать? Итак, мы находимся в церковь, темпле, и вон наша девочка тут. Давайте освежим немножечко память. Мы не превратили Доусона в вампира. И я вот не знаю, погромче делать игру или нет. Оставлю такое, как есть. Я надеюсь, вам все слышно. Итак, мы не обратили Доусона в вампира. Мы его просто всегда гипнотизировали. И Аскалон, секта эта аскалонская, вампирская, сказала: чувак, если ты попадешься к нам на глаза, мы тебя уроем. Так что...
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Итак, я напоминаю, что я не читаю тут ничего. Мне кажется, их слушать приятнее и прочитать самому. Но у меня не так много подписчиков, чтобы... Ну, опять же, я спрашивала ваше мнение, если вы напишите в комментариях когда-нибудь. Юля, пожалуйста, читай диалоги. Тем более на английском, которые... Ну, как бы я буду читать, я не против. Итак, что здесь делает Бриджит?
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the door.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Ну, Элизабет нам нравится, да?
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
No time to lose then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Говорит, что я люблю ее. Передай, что я беспокоюсь за нее.
Tell her I worry about her.
Do not, for she has had strength and wisdom for so much longer than you. Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Итак, нам срочно надо, срочно просто шажками большими бежать в больничку, потому что, ну, звездец, все. Все, и мы будем по 100 раз, да, открывать эту чертову карту, потому что мы конченые дебилы, потому что тут нету перемещений, потому что нам надо вот как-то внимательно идти по навигатору. Дверь отперта, я очень этому рада. Воу! Окей. И чё ты мне хотел тут, а? Чё ты тут разлё... Паскуда. Почему так мне тяжело играть в это? Итак, мы понимаем, что мы вампиры. Ой. Ой. Вроде нам дает это бобо. Мы сейчас... О, я знаю, где мы. Я бы тут со всеми поговорила. Кстати, немного берет. Кто здесь сказал пройти мимо? Я сказал. Ребятушки, нам прям по срочнику надо идти в нашу больничку, а то будет вообще звездец. Уайчпел, здоровье. Хорошее. Если я... Вот, нам надо всех полечить. Я по-пыренькому, знаете, быстренько полечу, пройдусь, лекарство раздам, и все будет хорошо. Как же приятно находиться дома одной, ты побольше базаришь сам с собой. Прям вообще, воистину. Итак, человечишка, мы тебя полечим. Дать лекарство. Мы уже какой раз ему даем лекарство на самом деле. И это очень раздражает, так как я не думала, что так все будет настолько сложно. То есть я думала, ну ты пришел, дал в городок, а тут после каждой ночи, понимаешь, после каждой ночи все могут, мать вашу дивизию, заболеть. И нам не сюда. Сейчас мы еще человечков найдем. Потому что я хотела бы всех полечить, раз я сюда пришла. И у нас они находятся тут. А кого нам тут полечить надо? Мы этого мужика не нашли, этого вылечили. Все, мы валим отсюда. Нам здесь никто больше не нужен. Мы могли бы добежать, конечно... Докуда мы могли бы добежать? Я не вижу эту морду. Нет, мы бежим обратно к нашему этому. Нам вроде бы сюда. Да, нам надо развернуться здесь. А, здесь у нас это находится. Да, убежище. Бегом, бегом, бегом. Что-то есть. Чувак, ты меня вообще-то напугал. Нам... Ну, в принципе, я помню здесь путь. Да? Самое, конечно, не из приятных. Это то, что... Да какого лешего? Ты меня! Ты кто такой, Вася? Охреневшая. Ну, Аскалон теперь, конечно, по КД будут за нами охотиться, так как очень плохо. Кровь надо. Тайр. Из-за меня так все ухудшилось. Это же вампиры? Вроде да. Дамы и господа, после наших действий, конечно же, все ухудшается. Но как без этого дерьма-то? А что здесь находится? Не помню. Ну, туда, куда-то. Я правильно иду? Я иду правильно.
Well.
Ну, я не буду стесняться, как бы, ебать их. Я очень беспокоюсь за больницу, мне такое
What
ощущение...
is this truck? Are the vampire hunters here already?
Твою. Сюда вроде бы все нормально. Нам бы тут всех тоже полечить. Я как бы за всех волнуюсь очень. Гринь. Давайте переутомление дадим сразу лекарство.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any... You want...
And you have...
I have to...
I'm alright.
Мать не переутомлена. Здорово, мужик. Так, вставай.
Good evening.
And good evening.
I will not let you down, my...
Are you all right? I heard...
As far as I know, nobody's been hurt. But who were those men? Why?
What happened to him?
We don't know. They came in, they went out. In between those two events, Dr. Swansea went missing. Maybe he just went into hiding nearby.
Did you know Dr. Aykroyd never reported your experimental research?
Really? I didn't suspect he knew about my work. I must confess
Блин,
I am
да ладно,
surprised.
Perhaps
нашего
he-
врача-то угнали.
Goodbye.
Подожди, медосмотр.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my...
I would...
Да,
There is no...
Any doc...
пожалуйста.
Goodbye.
Так, надо нам этого не потерять. Кто у нас тут еще больной? Больная. Мадам, можно ли с вами...
Good evening, miss.
I need blood.
Do you
My condition.
Well,
Thank you.
are you all...
They were vampire hunters.
They hurt...
Yes, I hide in the shadows, but I've heard them.
What did they want?
They wanted Dr. Swansea to confess his guilt and admit to relations with blood drinkers.
Все очень плохо, я чувствую, как все очень плохо.
I'll...
Прям предвкушаю, что все очень дерьмово. Так, далее. Вот этому надо дать, хотя он еще тот урод. Пойдемте на улочку. Во. Давай мы все поймаем сначала.
Good evening.
Doctor? Yes. Can you believe?
Is anyone hurt?
No, but Dr. Swansea is missing. I believe that.
Do you need...
Yeah. I appreciate.
Ну и
Goodbye.
что он наркоман? Нормально. А вот этого я побил на самом деле, прям вот.
Hey, Doc.
Are you all right? I had...
For a second I thought the bastards were here for me. They had guns and everything. Maybe they're a new gang trying to expand.
You're lucky.
This place...
Can...
Don't play...
I'll leave.
Please, I feel sick. Get over here now.
Чё тебе плохо? Я тебе только что дала лекарство. Какого хрена ты вещаешь мне в уши, что тебе плохо? Вот этому мужику пипец будет, вот я уверена, потому что я уже какую ночь ничего туда не прихожу и не даю. Так, кого, чего нам надо? Отправиться в кабинет Эдгарда Свонси. Что по пыльнику мы идем туда. Все очень плохо, все очень плохо.
Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar?
Мать. Идти по кровавому следу?
Looks like he's wounded. I better follow the blood.
Окей, окей, я поняла. Ага, о. Вот еще. Ага, я поняла, сюда. Блин, не вздумай подыхать, не вздумай подыхать. Я тут не была ни разу. Это лифт. Мне страшно. Мне очень страшно. Когда с тобой мы были. Извиняюсь, мне чешется внутри нос, поэтому соря. Отмечай, погибнешь, иди по кровавому следу, чем мы пойдем. Ребята, на самом деле все очень подозрительно. И мне не нравится этот подвал. Видосик. Так редко их видишь. Господи, хоть бы с ним было все в порядке.
Ultraviolet curtains and orichalcum powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans.
Ты пошел, ты в
Even if your
жопу.
friend is deserving of a little punishment for one.
Что ты творишь? Я
What are you
хорошая.
talking about?
Хороший.
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster, just like William Marshall did.
No, I'm trying to put an end to it. Just like you are.
You're its progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We've found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak!
Сломался. Пизда тебе.
So
Я
much
как
for
бы
modern
ротик тебе
technology.
нас... Извините.
Time for the tried and
Извините, правда,
true.
за мат. Я не хочу материться, но бывает.
Do you know what
Да.
this is, Beast?
Да, это не
This is a drop of King Arthur's blood, the blood of a true defender of Britain, stronger than your evil powers.
Чё там пьешь? Чё там? Чё ты там?
This is ridiculous. We're losing precious time.
True enough. Soon I'll bring your head before your coward of a father. Close your eyes! This is gonna hurt.
А я тоже могу стрелять. Пиздать.
The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. Show some style. Fight like a man.
Я прокачала скилл, йоу.
We are the guardian of justice. Priwen shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
I'm not saying we could be friends, you and I. But perhaps we could collaborate to put an end to this epidemic.
Never! We are Priwen. We do not negotiate. We do not compromise.
Чувак.
There is no way you'll ever let me be, McCullum. You'll always hunt me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now, for there is no way you can sway me to your ideals.
Мужик-то неплохой на самом деле, он просто выполняет задачу, но...
That's where you're mistaken.
Кто тут не убивал бы вампиров, вот скажите. Пощадите, я пощажу вас. Обратите, я сделаю вас вампиром. А вот это интересная разверточка. Блин! Блин! Это реально прикольно. То есть я могу его обратить. Так, давайте порассуждаем. Он ненавидит вампиров, и если мы обратим его, будет плохо. Ну, правда будет плохо. Вот какой бы вариант я не выбрала, превращение в вампира, это, наверное, самое плохое. Ну вот просто так обращать чуваков, и это такое себе. А вот... Блин, но я не знаю, правда, я не знаю, в плане того, обратить его или нет. То есть, рассуждаем логически. Доусона мы не превращали, потому что, ну, он ублюдок, честно. Как его... Сейчас я сформулирую. Короче, прикол в том, то, что Доусон был плохим человеком. Он умирал, он дедушка. И я бы его ни в коем случае бы не превращала. То есть прикол в том, я не знаю, обращать его или нет. Ну правда, прям вот реально подумать надо. Я бы на самом деле превратила. Я просто думаю, ребят, я просто читаю вот и все, что подумать. Если, конечно, вы бы, наверное, сделали такую фигню, что обращали бы всех. Ладно, можно думать бесконечно. Но я бы его пощадила, а не превратила. Я его не знаю.
I'll spare you, McCullum. I'll offer you the mercy you never offered me.
What is this ruse?
This is no ruse, McCullum. This is me letting you go. After all, you and I are both trying to save this poor country in our own way.
Я сделала правильный выбор.
I'll kill you, Reed. Next time we meet, I'll end you.
See? Progress already. You called me by my name. Until the next time. Goodbye, Hunter.
Хай. Блин, интересно, если бы я его обратил. Я еще никого не обращал, мне так хочется кого-нибудь обратить, но что поделать? Все, я уже чисто буду идти по... Ну, по сюжетной линии. Никакие побочные эффекты я использовать не буду. Я заколебалась. Просто... Почему у меня единицы не включены? А, я не могу здесь использовать. Так, я не понял, а где наш... что это? Наука добраться до театра Дорис Флетчер. Окей, погнали. Погнали до театра. How are you? Sorry. Problem English? No speak English. Sorry. Sorry, man. Так, мы идем дальше по следам. Блин, я бы, конечно, никого не обращала вообще вампира, кроме если доктор Доусон, господи, если наш доктор из этой больнички пострадает как-то, и все, он находится на смертной этой хрени. Me love you. Как мило. Thank you. В общем, если доктора будет при смерти, то я его вообще без всяких вопросов обращу, потому что он нам ну, он мне дорог, он нас приютил. Воу. Он нас приютил, как ни крути. Куда мне идти? Вот, я бы с удовольствием его бы... С удовольствием бы обратила, потому что он мне реально дорог. Да ладно. И за мной аж пошли. И вы тоже туда. Как вы так вдвоем-то упали? You have husband? О, блин, а я не знаю, как переводится husband. I'm sorry. No husband. Блин, надо учить английский. Это же так круто, черт побери, говорить по-английски. I love you English. Но я его не учу, потому что мне лень. Но пока что нету приоритетов высоких. Но я задумаюсь об этом уже как год, наверное. Год-два. Мне, конечно, хочется. Это, как сказать, Google Translate, да? Умри, паскуда. Не умри. Теперь умри. Ты меня не видел, и я тебя не видел. Мы расстаемся. Так, нам бы добраться до океана. Нам бы добраться до милейшего друга моего. Эй! Ах ты! Ой! Подожди. Да, стой ты! Тут. Ну ладно. Это круто. Я просто... Я запуталась в кнопках. Я просто хочу поесть. В смысле? Ты как? Ты вообще кто, козёл? Куда нам? Нам надо сюда. А что было за ты? А ты меня видишь? Да ладно. Лежать. Кто? Кто еще? А, точно, нам надо сюда. Заходим. Сейчас прям по пыренькому пройдем игру.
So Prewen never left Doris's theatre after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters.
А мне вообще куда надо? Вниз. Почему вас так много? Чего вас так дохренища-то? Блин, а я помню вообще, как попасть вниз.
It's locked, all right.
Собака. Так, а я на... Воу! А, ну да. Вон он где. Значит, нам сюда. Вниз. Мне надо вниз. Мне вниз надо. Кто? Воу! Сука. Ну, пырь. Я испугалась. Надо быть повнимательнее. Лондон, 24 октября 1918 года. Репетиции почти завершены, и скоро я снова выйду на сцену. Мои почитатели собрались вокруг меня и готовы исполнить любой мой приказ. Хор, зрители, бла-бла-бла, и Дорис Флетчер, которую мы убили. Давайте мы не будем читать и заниматься этой шнягой, а это выход, если я не ошибаюсь. А можно ли как-то спуститься вниз?
It's locked.
Да эта дверь вообще не туда. И это не сюда, блин. Походу будет сложно. Потому что просто такая пижня началась уже. Что это? Спасибо. Нам надо попасть вниз. Наверное, можно попробовать с этой стороны зайти. Вот так вот. А я могу? Вряд ли я могу. И тут дверь закрыта. Это вообще, ребята, это так раздражает, когда ты не знаешь, куда податься, не знаешь, куда идти. Вообще просто выбежит. Ищем дальше. Ну это вряд ли сюда. Это понятно уже. И езжу. Может, я что-то не увидела? А, нет. Я думаю, мне куда-то сюда. Так, здесь входа нет. Отсюда мы вышли. Здесь тоже ничего нет. Как мне попасть вниз? А, дверь! Оцени. Сюда не идем. Да не, я не поверю, что типа у кого кого-то типа из них ключ. Это вряд ли. Дамы и господа, это займет некоторое время.
It's locked, all right.
Да я, блин. Ну и как мне попасть вниз? Так, ладно. Давайте снова пробежимся. Может, я где-то что-то должна найти? Где-то что-то найти, но этого нет нигде, да? Мне кажется, там вот где-то должно быть.
I cannot enter.
Мы уже поняли. Здесь дверь вообще не работает. Что здесь разговаривает вообще? Алло! Здравствуйте. Есть кто? Алло! Эй! Кто-нибудь дверь откройте мне! Чё ж ты так топочешь-то, а? Золотой мой. Так, это обратно сюда. В эту штуку. Я все перепроверю без проблем. Здесь ничего нету. Здесь ничего нету. Дверь тут не открывается. Он говорит мне: до свидания. Тут у чувака тоже ничего нету. Вот он, проход судьбы. Где я пропустила момент. Или нет? Да, походу. Слушайте, но мы отсюда вообще шли. Какого хрена мы должны идти обратно? Вопрос на миллион. Но мы же отсюда приходили. Я верно говорю? Да. Может, тут дверь какая-то будет? Ну, типа, нам точно... Да ладно, туда что ли? Это очень странно.
I will return at a more convenient time.
Ну, все правильно, нам обратно надо. Как... Ой, извините. Как это сложно. Вот они опять все, наверное, возродили же. Да. О, отчет.
Doris Fletcher was...
Я дочитал дневник Дорис Флетчер с болью ужас. Господи, она собиралась пронять болезнь на весь Лондон, ради всех, кто придет. Ну, отчет о том, то, что мы уже знаем. В принципе, можно...
about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
Я даже не заметила. Может, тут от этих преступников ключ есть. От двери. Потому что, мне кажется, мы должны найти ключ. А откуда у меня теперь? Это когда я отчет взяла, что ли? О, господи, меня это все бесит. Надо быть внимательным.
It's locked.
Бежать на.
It's locked, all right.
Крейсер Вампир. Я не знаю, геодония, которую... Мне уже читать лень. Мне просто хочется пройти игру.
It's locked, all right.
Заперта.
It's locked.
Это понятно. Ничего нет. Ничего не хотят.
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Ну, серьезно. Ну, кровь, вот увидели.
I cannot enter.
Брат Святого Павла наконец согласилась выслушать меня. Они предложили встретиться в соборе Святого Павла в Лондоне. Мемуары Уильяма Маршалла. Братья оказались весьма остроумные и выбрали место, где я победил кошмар и одновременно потерпел поражение. Да, я не умею читать, и я вообще отстой. Я согласился на встречу. Там в священной тишине собора под взором Господним они выслушали меня. Братья признали мою победу под отродьем зла. Квиз мирил. Потрясающим мужей, хотя... Ага. Ой, извините. Я просто... Мне так лень читать, теперь же мне нужно найти необходимый ингредиент для рецепта.
Blood of a pure heart, garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand.
Это мы прочли.
Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind.
О, мы попали к нашему доктору.
Edgar. Edgar, can you hear me?
Jonathan, is it really you?
Вы чё, наушники? Тут такой низкий был этот.
Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, and internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
Edgar, what happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Jeffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skal epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
To prove him wrong, I let him go.
Really? Are you sure that was the wisest course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
I think you're hiding something, Edgar.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
Why would the Guard of Priwen believe...
Maybe due to our profession. Because I offered you shelter in my hospital.
What can you...
Not much. History paints the story he was the greatest knight who ever lived. Amongst the immortals, he had a yet greater legend.
Why would he...
I cannot say. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole has next to no intelligence on him. All I know is that he's supposed to be the oldest of all the British vampires.
Why is the Guard of Priwen so obsessed with him?
He was the only ancient vampire to escape the first great hunt launched by the Guard of Priwen in 1854. They believe he's an evil creature plotting his return.
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
Do you remember when we suspect...
Yes. The terrible episode that came as a shock to us all.
Harriet Jones faked her own death. When I found her in the sewers, she confessed she wanted everybody to pay for what happened to her.
That woman was extremely bitter, full of hatred and festering anger.
Do you know...
No, I'm afraid...
Her real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones.
What do you want me to say, Jonathan?
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is more. Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms: blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Come on, Edgar. Don't you see the pattern here? The epidemic, the link between Doris and Harriet, the suspicion of McCullum?
How could I? I never saw Harriet Jones again after she fled the hospital.
Do you know where we are? Doris Fletcher's theater. This is where that hateful creature plotted to spread the epidemic across London.
I only briefly met Miss Fletcher once when she visited the Pembroke Hospital. You say it was to see her mother. She seemed like such a sweet and graceful woman.
My point exactly. The disease turned her into a bitter soul, driven by vengeance just like her mother. A symptom of all the infected patients.
Certain diseases are known to produce similar effects. Rabies, for example. And rabies is not the devil at work.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
I made a mistake. But what is science if not trial and error? We both know it, Jonathan, we both know it.
What a poor justification for your morbid fascination and thirst for glory.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
Ну, я не хочу, чтобы он умер. Я его не хочу убивать. Ну, как бы, первый чел, которого мы обратили.
No, Edgar, you are not going to die. Unless you want to.
What do you mean?
I can save you, Edgar. I can turn your broken body into one like mine.
You truly would? After all I've done, after all that's been said, you would offer me this gift?
I have no way of knowing which punishment would be worse, Edgar. But it is not for me to decide. So?
Oh, please, Jonathan, please. I beg you. This is what I've always wanted. This is what I've always searched for.
Very well, then. Prepare to die and be reborn. To face an eternity of guilt.
I'm ready. Oh, indeed, I am ready.
Enough!
Блин, мне кажется, я совершила ошибку. ладно, чё уж, ну, блин. Это игра всего лишь. Это всего лишь игра. Просто думаю, может мне здесь выйти легче будет. Я не знаю, к чему это приведет. Просто не знаю, он нас приютил, он нас не убил, он нас не сдал. Но тут, когда вот ты превращаешь человека, вот такая вот хренотень высвечивается в плане. Я так долго этого ждал, чувак, это моя мечта. Ты такой думаешь, ну, чувак, твои двери, я передумал. Почему нет?
So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood. I must tell Elizabeth.
Просто звездец. Понятно. Вот как всегда показывают такие штуки, что вообще не хочется. Мне надо поговорить с людьми еще.
Better go home, sir. Die!
Сейчас, ребятушки, я вернусь на секунду. Знаете, о чем я задумалась? О том, что с моей силой нельзя было никого превращать. Вообще никого. Типа у меня такая сила дана. И леди Эшбери, Элизабет, я не помню. Она говорила и намекала, что у тебя такая типа сила, чувак, что лучше не стоит этого делать вообще. Походу, я сглупила очень сильно.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skull epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Edgar gave no heed to ethics. His theory could have been proven to be correct, but he abused the confidence of his patients to test it.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Ichor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth!
Фак. Блин, я понимаю то, что я доктора зря спасла.
It's locked, all right.
Мне сейчас бегать по всему городу. Давайте сначала сюда. Мне бы что-нибудь на скорость поставить. Ха-ха.
Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know where to find what I need. It's locked.
Да, в смысле... Да ладно, я до сих пор эту дверь не открыла.
It's locked, all right.
It's one of them! There's one of them vermin! Get them weapons! We found one! Murdering bastard!
порешаю. Так, я вообще не туда побежала, да? Чем мне просто нужно?
Whose blood could be purer than that of William Marshall? Lord Redgrave will have to spare me a drop.
Sir, you are not welcome here.
Good evening, Miss Teasdale.
Dr. Reed.
Please don't.
Good.
Do you need?
All right then.
What can you tell?
Never heard of him.
Really?
He a bit.
Goodbye, Miss T.
Let's be telling the truth all along.
Мне же как типа к нему надо попасть.
Good evening.
I am.
Miss,
No.
can I help?
The rat. He is.
Tell me about yourself, Miss Billow.
I'm hungry.
Don't you remember who you...
I would.
What, Miss...
Keep.
Do... What?
Shut.
I must... I'm...
На самом деле мне уже вообще не хочется с ним разговаривать. Всех порешаю. Сейчас всех порешаем. Е-е-е. У-у-у.
I'm still persona non grata in the Ascalon Club. If I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to improvise.
Чё-то ты долго убивался. А, они ж... мёртвые. Здорово, мужик.
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far, but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
This is more important than the club, you or me. This is London's last hope.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you a drop.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reed. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
Окей. Он нам дал крови. Блин, это беготня за кружкой вообще вынуждает. Очень бесит просто бегать. Нудная игра. Сколько? 16:04 время. Я еще не ела, кстати. Так, теперь мы пойдем сюда, а отсюда мы пойдем туда. Погнали. Я туда бегу? Я вообще не туда бегу. Опять эта дверь закрыта, да? Там, где нам удобно выходить. Это же здесь. Дверь отперта. Это же здесь? Да, конечно. Так, а в другую сторону мы тоже теперь можем? Да. Я тупая просто. Не обращай внимания. Тут живет Доусон.
Look at you! Ah, leech! Steady, boys! He's got one of them! We have to stop it!
А, он не может бить, когда... Так, мы уже где? Мы уже близко. Нужно только у нас перейти. Теперь чуть-чуть туда. Налево. Здорово, парни. Расслабьтесь, парни. Дальше. Да. Дальше сюда. А, не больницу?
I cannot use garlic, but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Да нет, точно. Значит, как играю Артура. Ну типа вот сюда надо. Может тут есть все ход. Блин, это мое самое нелюбимое место. Вообще не нравится. Вообще люблю.
Put an end to you!
Куда мне идти наверх? Да. Мне куда-то сюда.
Come back to the center! Oh my god! Fuck, it's fire!
There it is. Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu.
Все, отсюда валим. Отлично. Довольно недолго мы с этим справляемся. Хочу посмотреть, сколько времени играем. Час 15. Быстренько идет. Так, теперь нам надо валить вот сюда. Теперь вернуть сюда. Как в фильмах по очереди. Что нам тут надо? Джеффри. Забавно.
If McCullum really drank the blood of King Arthur, then I may have found another vital ingredient in my recipe.
Away! See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Fuck his fast! Don't like that, do ya?
А вопрос, где искать? Вот сюда, походу, надо.
Good evening, Vampire Hunter.
Are you here to end me, Leech? You'll find I will not be killed easily.
Not at all, McCullum. I am here because I need you.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up, then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur. I'm certain you possess it, and I must have it.
The Guard's most sacred and precious relic. Why would you? You found Marshall's memoirs. I should have destroyed that book.
I need the antidote to save this city, McCullum.
It is within me to take your words as truth. I want to, but I must know more. What precisely are your plans?
I have found the carrier, McCullum. The infection's source. It may be science or some supernatural power that's responsible for all this. But I will harness either or both to end the epidemic.
A vampire doctor. My God, you're a terrifying creature. Jonathan Emmett Reed.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies. Maybe that is so. Take it then. I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned, Dr. Reed.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Why are you...
The man who raised me after the brutal murder of my parents. He's buried here.
Were both your...
Yes. And yet worse. My father returned to Dublin a vampire and tore out my mother's throat.
And who?
Carl Eldritch. One-time leader of Prewin. He killed my father in front of me. Helped me hunt my brother Ain after teaching me how to kill leeches.
What will the Guard of Prewin do now? Will you stop the Great Hunt?
Yes. But we shall continue to protect innocents from beasts like you and your red-headed friend.
Like me?
I am indebted to you for sparing me at Pembroke. But this won't always be the case. I'm no coward like those St. Paul Stoll brothers.
How long have you known Lady Ashbury? Where is she? And what will you do to her?
We saw you meeting her, so of course we investigated. But she is gone. Our scouts reported she has sold some paintings and departed for an unknown destination.
Adieu.
Until we meet again.
Так, найти тайное место, чтобы создать противоядие. Ну, у нас вот здесь. Сейчас попыренько сделаем.
See them fancy clothes? This one's tough! Die, Bernie!
Бою приготовился к следующему бою, чтобы не страдать. Отлично.
The blend seems stable. Time to go and find...
На самом деле я попробую что-нибудь такое. Посмотрим.
Harriet in the sewers.
Так, да? Сейчас. Ух ты, ёпта! Меня бомбит дико просто, мне столько бежать. Терпение. Мне просто невероятно далеко бежать. Вот и прибежали. Нам так далеко идти. О, как нам далеко идти.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Так, а как... Да. Так, ну сюда опять вроде налево. В принципе, привыкаю, но все равно мне не нравится постоянное открывание карты. Так дебильно. Нам лучше сюда, да. Так, нам вроде надо обходить. Так, мы почти пришли. Краткая дорога у этого. Так, память, работай, потому что я уже не помню, как идти. Спустя годы Юля добралась.
This place has been ransacked.
А чё, все? Здесь это все плохо?
They've all been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style. Where is old Bridget? Damn. If I'd come earlier, they would still be alive.
Опять этот чувак. Привет, чувак. А можно его сводить? А, можно. А, да, поболтаем.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate, vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood? You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
But who are you really?
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Merdin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
Это не тот древний, который типа демоном считается.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
What is?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster creature. I know
a disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this. She is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
What will happen thereafter?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Will it be over then? Once I've
Yes. The threat will dissipate like...
And then what?
How would I know? I am no god.
You tricked me.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
Итак, мы поговорили с нашим батей, с нашим создателем, так сказать. И в итоге находим Флорид. Подвинься. И очень плохо.
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Ah, like your help, Doris. Liars! All of you! My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature? They took my daughter from me! You I was dead!
Hey, easy. Надо было дойти, да?
This anger I feel, is it wrath? I think it is. How infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
Это королева. просто офигеть. Воу. Что за...
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
Охренеть. Охренеть. Ну, это забава Всевышних, так сказать. Забава Всевышних. А, чё
So
поделать?
it's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget? What are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suaskal territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suaskals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's over now. London is no longer shrouded in the disaster's shadow. We're all safe.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
Сколько что-то не то было. Так, это, получается, был последний босс. Сорян. Я молчу. А чё ничего не говорят? Вопрос на миллион, а чё не так? У меня нету звука. Я просто пиратка гребаная, а? Да, ребят, извиняйте. Пиратки они такие. Ладно, будем досматривать так. Не, ну игра на самом деле прикольная, блин, ну, мне нравится, прикольная история. Я вообще люблю Лондон. Наверное, из-за этого она меня так приглянулась.
This is it. Lady Ashbur's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
Опять ты. Мы с тобой недавно болтали.
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother. My dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
What the—
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant ghostly queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
I noticed that all the I-cores were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
I-cores seem to carry various diseases.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
Дамы и господа, я сейчас отойду на пару сек, потому что я не деревянная, а писать хочется. Сейчас приду. Продолжаем.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run?
I don't interfere with with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest Vampyr Night.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sea.
What will become of the...
They will never stop searching for William Marshall, for he escaped their two great hunts. Remember that you too are now on their dark list.
What will be...
I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate.
But I'm certain the current primate has no wish to resign.
Exactly. And I am not fully convinced your progeny truly understands what dreadful power he is about to defy.
Походу, врач-то наш из Дарики.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
Who are your sons?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you should meet one night.
So that is all we are to you? Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil?
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
His blood was not tainted. The blood...
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
Is he here?
Have I not already answered that question?
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Speak clearly then, and answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
Батя, пока.
It's locked.
Да, всё.
The castle walls look decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
И куда мне? А типа тут живет, да, как я понимаю? Там не идти, правда.
It's locked, all right. The lady of the manor isn't expecting visitors. Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere. It's locked, all right.
Блин, да кто она такая? О, это ж я.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered.
Дорогой мистер Макалистер, мне как новому закону владеть, но здесь не терпится приступить к прямо древнему установлению.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt, and it holds something special inside. This castle is falling apart. That sweet fragrance, Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently. This painting looks suspicious. A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
Королева. Меч и луна, а где их типа искать?
One last switch, and... What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. One last switch, and... Here's another switch. I should keep looking. One last switch, and...
А, вот меч.
Voila.
Ребят, ну если захотите почитать, то почитайте. Мне просто уже лень читать. Вот. Элизабет женщина загадка просто. О.
Drop your sword, father. You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No, never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Он похож на Рида.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this... really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and saviour of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Where are we?
This is the Ashbury estate.
Is this your retreat?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is...
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here?
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Что она враждебно к нам относится? У меня предчувствие плохое.
Why did you...
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes. To end it, once and for all.
Will you go...
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
The city has suffered, but it will prevail in the end.
A more cynical analysis would be that this is an acceptable catastrophe.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this, through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation, and the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
We could...
It's too late. The blood of hate has run...
Is he dead?
What do you think? He is a thirsty echo.
Can he
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight.
No redemption, then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He
He gave...
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
What do you do?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
Who are you?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I understand. And I respect your desire for privacy.
Thank you, Jonathan.
How did you meet?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose?
You should ask him.
Did you ever?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
Слав, привет. Да вот, заканчиваю игру, наконец-то. Это пипец.
What about...
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
You should...
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Прикольно сейчас была раскадровочка такая. Да он похож на Рида. Пиздец как.
So William, my God, you really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
King Richard
Я слушаю.
and Boadicea.
Я столько мучилась и проходила.
How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London.
Жрать хочу, ребят.
You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I
Я
call
в 8
you
утра
brother?
встала, попила кофе,
Did you resist its
салатик съела
poison?
вот столько. И до сих пор
Even
не
a
ела, я очень
scratch
хочу есть.
from a beast so evil could endanger you and
Ща
all
побегу,
those you
как
care
ветер
for.
есть.
You also defeated one in 1660.
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
How did you
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
Ищи пакетик с кровью.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
Прикол в том, то, что у Рида находится шрам на лбу, на носу, и они, блин, похожи. Ну, просто у этого побольше шрама.
I would love...
Vampires.
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
Where did you encounter?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
I have never seen such a creature.
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Can we speak?
The Red Queen. What of her?
You met?
Just once, but she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the red song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
Тоже понять можно.
Do you remember Merdin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Merdin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Ну тихо, тихо, я тут все расспрошу.
Tell me about Elizabeth.
I do not wish to discuss.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
What happened?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again. Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
Where is...
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
How did you meet?
Times were tough. I had awakened.
What did you...
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
When was...
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
Do you not...
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it would be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me.
А, твою дивизию, чё вообще так долго?
Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord. Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Murden, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? How could I take such a chance?
I'll stay here with you then. As long as we must, until I find a cure.
You have no idea what you're talking about, Jonathan. Despite his madness, William was strong enough to starve for centuries. I doubt we can do the same.
That's where you're wrong, Elizabeth. Since I murdered my poor Mary after my rebirth, I vowed to never take a life again, and I've succeeded.
I'm not sure I have the strength of character. I'm not like William. I'm not like you.
Let me teach you then. Come with me, my love.
Oh, Jonathan, if only this could be true. I really don't know.
We'll run away. Go to the deepest forests, the highest mountains. Untouched by man, we'll hide in solitude until I find a cure.
Do you trust me then?
Until the end of the world, my love.
Бабы. У меня звука никакого нет. Я не понимаю, почему. Нормально же общались. Ну что-то. Короче, бесконечная игра. Алой королевы. Блин, прикольно. Единственное, что минус, я врачу этому помогла. Ну чё? Я с полноценностью могу сказать, что я могу удалить на эту игру, потому что она заебала меня. Я выдержала это. Не, ну так-то неплохо. Так-то неплохо, в принципе. Сколько? 2 часа или 26 минут? На, 17-20. Все, я погнала кушать. Всем пока, всем до встречи. Я пойду смывать этот дерьмище с дерьмового лица. Надо думать, что... Ну, вообще, Assassin's Creed надо пройти. Много чего надо пройти. Я б Южный парк прошла, на самом деле, потому что первую часть я прошла, а вот вторую про супергероев я не проходила, поэтому я прошла. Всем пока. Всем пока. Делайте свои выводы из игры. Мне нравится атмосфера, музыка и все, но она очень нудная, очень долгая. Прям невероятно. Хорошо, что ее. Все, всем пока.